Have you ever chewed a piece of gum just to pass the time? Maybe while waiting in traffic, or standing in line at the pharmacy, and then suddenly felt your stomach acting up for no good reason? That used to happen to me more times than I could count. I'd pop in a piece of gum to freshen my breath after lunch or to keep from snacking in the afternoon, and before I knew it, I'd feel that familiar bloating start to rise. At first, I didn't connect the dots. Gum seems harmless, right? It doesn't have calories, it doesn't fill you up, and it even keeps your mouth busy. But once I started listening to my body, really listening, I noticed a pattern. The more gum I chewed, the more my stomach complained. And that got me curious. What is it about chewing gum, especially as we get older, that can actually worsen stomach symptoms like gas, reflux, or that gnawing discomfort that shows up even when we haven't eaten a thing? I thought I was doing something small and helpful, but it turns out it was quietly stirring up trouble. So I decided to stop chewing gum for a few days, just as an experiment. No minty flavors, no sugar-free sticks, nothing. And that's when things got interesting. The first thing I noticed after I stopped chewing gum is my stomach felt ... quieter. Not in a dramatic fireworks kind of way, just calmer. The gas settled. That little burn at the back of my throat after dinner, it backed off. Even the bloating, the kind that made my waistband feel tighter by late afternoon, started easing up. That S, when it clicked, chewing gum doesn't just trick your brain. It tricks your stomach too. When you chew, your body thinks food is coming. Your digestive system starts gearing up. Acid production ramps up. Enzymes get ready, and your stomach begins to contract as if it's about to go to work. But the food never shows up. So what happens when your stomach is ready to digest and there's nothing to digest? You get extra acid sloshing around, air being swallowed with every chew, and your poor gut working overtime on ... Well, nothing. For people in their 20s, that might not cause much trouble, but once you hit 50, your digestive system slows down a bit. It's more sensitive. It doesn't recover quite as fast from being poked and prodded for no reason. And if the gum you're chewing is sugar-free, there's another layer to the story. Those artificial sweeteners, like sorbitol and xylitol, are famous for causing gas and bloating, especially when your gut is already a little out of balance, like it often is as we age. So while gum might seem innocent, your stomach doesn't see it that way. It sees it as a signal. When the signal gets repeated over and over, chew, 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 but no real food ever arrives. It's like sending your digestive system into a loop it was never built for. Now, I'm not here to tell you to give up gum forever. I know how helpful it can be. Sometimes you just need a fresh breath after a meal, or something to keep your mouth busy when you're trying to cut back on snacking. But if you've been living with that constant bloated feeling, the unexpected reflux after a simple lunch, or that strange pressure under your ribs that shows up like clockwork in the afternoon, ... It might be worth taking a little break from gum, just for a week, and see what happens. It's amazing how often the smallest things turn out to have the biggest impact. We spend years trying to fix stomach issues with fancy diets or expensive supplements, and sometimes the answer is hiding in plain sight. Like that innocent piece of mint gum that's been stirring up more trouble than we realized. The good news? You're not stuck. Your gut still wants to feel better. And the older we get, the more important it becomes to treat it with care, to pay attention to those subtle signals it's been sending. When we give it space to heal, even tiny changes can bring huge relief. If this story reminded you of something you've been experiencing, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. What has your stomach been trying to tell you lately? Just know, you're not alone. And if this video helped you rethink even one small habit, go ahead and give it a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss more simple ways to support your gut, your health, and your peace of mind. Take care of your stomach. It's been working hard for you for decades. A little kindness goes a long way. And remember, feeling better doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it just starts with less chewing, more listening.